Welcome to a world of beasts and warriors. A strange, dangerous place where no sky lays above you. Only a ceiling. A world below Starloss. Welcome to the Underdark. In the realm of the subterranean, a group of scholars have stumbled upon a strange series of books that point to an ancient temple full of unknown treasure. They went in, and have yet to return. Rumors of the mysterious temple have reached the underground city of Urbozen, and a number of cutthroats, rogues, and scavengers have begun preparations to infiltrate the depths and abscond with the spoils within. You and yours have set out to do the same, and this has quickly become a race against time to see who can breach the chambers first. Will this party walk away with riches beyond imagining, or will you become another soul buried in the tombs? Hello everybody, welcome back to Starlost Seas. I'm Cryolane, I'm your DM, and look at the party! Look at them all waving. We appreciate them. Oh damn, no, look at him, oh, whoa, he's flexing on us. Very nice, very respectable. Last time on Starlost Seas, we had a time. We began with the party interrogating, or attempting to interrogate Holofina after capturing her, after she summoned the shade against them in the prior session. She was very uncooperative, very upset that the party had in fact murdered her fiancé, Starlost Socrates, and she was just completely unwilling to listen or cooperate, and was very abrasive.
She called me mean names.
She called you, several mean things. Before you could really get into the weeds with her, Twink had Alina reach out to Arlashna, who appeared to you all, was very happy to see you all, revealed that she is currently away from her orb, which is somewhere in Sanctuary, while she is still in Riverbend. And then she took Fina away with her. She was not in Riverbend. You didn't know where she was. That's right. I remember. Clearly. One moment. I'm still getting in the groove of things.
Oh, she's in Riverbend.
Write that down! Write that down!
Metagame.
Don't write it down. She wasn't there. Don't write it down. She wasn't actually there. That was my mistake.
Oh, shit. Well,
then...
If she wasn't there, where was she?
Detroit.
You know where she was. The group decided to split up with Twink, Dolus, and Alina heading further down into the chasm so that they could try and find Archibald wherever he was, while the rest of the group headed along towards the bridge in the center of the cavern, where they would eventually split up again with the NPCs, Fairmont, Delilah, and Ardlin staying behind to handle the Aeon engine, while Lotus, Hush, and Doc proceeded to Agrahill's Amber. While searching for Archibald, Twink and Dolus together realized that the entire cavern was sort of rigged to blow and collapse in on itself. So they rushed their job a bit, and after handling some traps at the door to Archibald, they opened it up, and Archibald promptly attempted to hit Twink with a chair. But
from the top rope.
From the top rope with the folding chair. Twink luckily threw up a shield, was fine, and Archibald was elated to see them both, and then terrified to see someone he didn't recognize when Alina pulled up. Another quick contact to Arlashna again, and Archibald was teleported away to safety before too much discussion could be had. Then, Twink and Alina went to secure a submarine, while Dolus flew up to collect the rest of the group as the cavern began to explode and collapse in on itself, starting from your entrance, working its way in, leaving you no really good option out other than the ships. Up top, as the groups separated, you discovered that, in fact, the people who had been brainwashed and taken from Teok were attempting to blow up the Aeon engine themselves. So
Knowing that they wanted to blow it up, naturally, Delilah decided, let's actually keep it. To avoid detonating the explosives, Ardalyn took the forefront and promptly proceeded to murder her way through a good 24 people, while the other 3 of you ran down to Agrahill's Amber, where Hush reached out, touched it, and was promptly possessed by the remnants of Agrahill. But luckily, Lotus had received a few words of wisdom from Martin, and reached out to Agrahill and appealed to his damaged and better nature. Accepting that his time had passed and that he should just return to the long sleep as Aboleths do, Agrahill returned the rest of Hush's memories as Raucous Centaurian and allowed himself to drift off into the deep sleep that aberrations go to. And Hush was restored back to a proper person, just in time for Dolus to arrive and say, hey, we need to leave because everything's exploding. The group all convened on a submarine that Twink and Alina had secured. Ardalyn managed to save a few of you from some falling debris, taking it in your stead. And before you risked yourselves to try and pull her in or rescue her, she revealed she was another clone, similar to how Delilah duplicates herself. And so you sealed off the submarine, and Delilah teleported away the Aeon engine, and you dove into an underground cavern with, frankly, all of you pulling out the stops to try and keep this submarine from collapsing or breaking. But at some point, it became clear that there was no real way out of this without this submarine imploding. You called on Arlashna again, who teleported away Hush and Lotus, as well as a group of survivors who were in the submarine with you. Dolus and Alina had a heartfelt goodbye before she and Fairmont were also teleported away. And then it became clear that Arlashna would not arrive in time for a third trip. Doc implored Time to please help, and he stated outward to Time that if Doc dies, Time can't get the swords back. Time agreed with this. If Doc dies, he can't get the swords back. So, unable to pull everyone else away, Time just pulled Doc back to Fort Dawn, leaving Twink, Dolus, and about 8 or 9 NPCs who were in this about to implode submarine. Dolus made a split-second decision, grabbed Twink, apologized to everyone else, and bottled respited into his ring, saving the 2 of them just as the submarine collapsed, but leaving them stranded deep, deep under the mountains of Ravenloft. Using sending, there was various communication into what everyone should do. Everybody confirmed to everyone else that they had all managed to survive one way or another. Doc ran the entire way to the castle of Euboa, where he rapidly tried to explain the situation to Matthias, who was also tending to a now collapsed and unconscious Delilah. Lotus, Alina, Hush, and Archibald were all led inside after they had been teleported to the far northern city of the Star Elves, Estelgron, where Arlashna had been speaking to somebody. Meanwhile, Twink and Dolus, with roughly 8 hours of air in the ring, started to think about what they should do. The primary theory being pop out and cast Tiny Hut so that they can, survive in a safe little dome until Arlashna can teleport them away. But while everybody was sort of waiting and concocting plans, the sending to them became disturbed, disconnected. The 2 of them realized the ring wasn't underwater anymore. They could hear rushing water, and they were no longer submerged. They both popped out, revealing that as the ring had sunk and traveled along in the underwater caverns, it had come out in the Underdark. And that was where we ended our last session, and we are going to pick it up with Lotus in the city of Estelgron. Lotus, you are led into a nearby building. You're not really given a chance to sort of look around, and you're in something of a shock for sure. Hush is there with you, as well as Alina, and you are led in, and you are led to a table where you see Archibald looking, I mean, he doesn't quite look emaciated, but he definitely looks a little underfed. His hair has been shaved off, and it's gotten to the point where it's starting to like grow back. So he's got like almost a buzz cut kind of style going on as his hair is growing back in. And he doesn't look up at you at first, like he doesn't notice you at first as you approach.
Archibald.
He flinches noticeably. And he looks up at you with just big dinner plate eyes. Hi.
Hi.
You're here. You're hi.
I'm sorry it took so long.
Yeah, no, it was took some time. Cave in the middle of nowhere, I get it. Who's I met her earlier. Who's points at Hush?
This is Hush. He talks with telepathy. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Come on, sit. They have soup. I mean, they might have more than soup, but all they've given me is soup. I think they might just have soup. Potato.
Thank you for the message back in the Westwood.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, oh my god, that was weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
How'd everything go? No one's caught me up on anything yet. They kind of just brought me here and sat me here and... Soup.
Is the soup good?
This is like the best soup I've ever had in my life.
Here.
And I don't know if it's just because the soup's really good or if it's because I've only been eating bread and jerky for like a month.
You go and I pull out a piece of butterscotch. Here.
Is that candy?
Yeah, here,
Do you want some butterscotch?
Snatches it out of your hand. Starts unfolding it and just...
I just take handfuls of candy from my bag and just putting it on the table in front of
so
him.
sweet. It's so It's so sweet. I'm sorry. It's too sweet.
What, you don't like butterscotch?
No, I love it. It's just I've only eaten bread and jerky for 2.
I pull another piece and then I wave over it. Here, try it again.
I really don't think.
I promise.
Daddy.
I make it vastly less
Persuasion
impressive.
check.
Sure. What is your persuasion, Hush? I know your intimidation's really good, but I don't think I'm intimidating him.
Eat the candy.
I hope you're not. Eat it.
Oh, we're still good. We're still good. 20. I have a +8 to persuasion.
We're still good.
Fucking
We're
rogues.
still good.
I press though, and I make it half as sweet.
It's like when you buy boba and you get 50% less shot.
Yeah.
He trepidatiously takes the butterscotch and eats it. What'd you presto it for? Just to make it less sweet?
Yeah, I made it half as sweet.
Chews on it. He's like, "It's good, really good. Thank you."
We'll work you back up to it.
I'm
Where's
I'm
everybody
sorry.
else?
Far away.
Dolus and Twink are
Does he know about the Dolus's ring?
Bottled respite.
They're in there.
Okay, good.
They're safe for right now, but I
Wait,
think
that's
they're-
not good. Wait, why are they there? Why aren't they here? Like it clicks to him.
They're underwater.
They're stuck down there, aren't they?
but our Lashna's with us, so she can get them.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll get them. What about Socks? Where's Socks?
The Lotus just like immediately stiffens. It just kind of looks down at her hands.
I go and I like reach for Lotus's hand and I like put both my hands over it. I'm like, he should.
Lotus, where's Socks?
We were in the Westwood because we were there to give him a proper funeral.
Oh.
I start pulling things out of my bag to put beside the pile of candy I put in front of him previously. I pull out Socrates' notebook. I pull out his sketchbook, and I pull out the spell book that I've had since the Westwood, and I just kind of shakily push it towards him.
Mara, where's Mara?
He's
Mara sacrificed himself for us.
Okay.
He went out on his own terms.
What about, Maya? What about Maya? Maya okay?
It's okay. She's in the Westwood. Or not Westwood. She's in Dragonlost. My bad. I thought.
That's the one that you still talk to, right?
Yeah. Here. I haven't talked to her today. I pull out the sending spoon.
You're probably better talking to her than me. We knew each other for like 6 days.
It doesn't matter. Sometimes hearing people's voices is better than just word of mouth.
It's the spoon from you slowly. Just... Hi Maya. It's Archibald. They got me. I'm back. So if you need anything from me, I'm here. I hope you're doing well. I was under 25, right? He just like looks up at everybody. Sets the spoon down on the center of the table and kind of just stares at it. Just a few seconds later, just suddenly, Archibald, I'm glad you're back. I hope you're all right. I'm doing okay. My eye is getting better. Oh, you don't know about that. That's okay. It'll be fine. What did she mean? He just like looks up at you confused. What did she mean?
You know the Maya you drew in your sketchbook?
Yeah, I do. Oh, she lose her eye, or
No, she has her eye. She has her eye.
well,
Speaking of sending, should I let them know that Archibald's here? I can send to Dolus.
Yeah.
I'm going to, and like just to Lotus, and I'll be like, I'll also let them know that he knows about Mara and Socks now. I'm going to. I'm pretty tapped on. I'm completely tapped on all my sendings, but I'm going to expend my last 4th level spell slot and turn them all into sorcery points, and use 3 of those sorcery points to cast sending free.
let's go.
Why don't you just use the 4th level spell slot to cast sending?
Because then he
Because
has
you
one
can't upcast
sorcery
sending.
point.
Ah, I see.
I guess we just can't upcast it. I
Well, no,
send.
Sorry, Navarro, it doesn't matter.
It's fine. I still get a sorcery point. I send a Dolus, and I say, "Hey, we have Archibald here. He's well. We told him about Socks and Mara. How are you holding up? Hush."
Now's as good a time as any to meanwhile. Dolus, Twink, about 5 minutes ago, you guys popped out of the ring, stared out at a literal horizon of a cavern, and realized where you were. Well, Twink realized where you were.
Yeah.
Dolus doesn't understand what the Underdark is.
What is
Dolus, this is insane to see. This is the top of this cavern
Yep.
is the height of the sky. It is, you could fly up for literally half an hour before you hit the ceiling of this place.
Could you
It is
re-describe the
massive.
view, please?
There's this river running next to you that goes down this cliff. You guys are maybe a few 100 feet up, and it snakes out through this sort of valley almost in front of you, and you see these rising pillars in the distance, maybe a day or two's walk away, that have cities built into the side of them. And here and there you see lava bubbling up, a couple of big stalactites in the ceiling and that sort of thing. And there are smatterings of light here and there from lava or bioluminescent creatures and fauna spread out and about, flora and fauna.
I just look out and
It's like a whole world all contained within the underground.
What is this? Where is this?
We're under the mountain.
We're under the mountain? All of this is under the mountain?
And the world as we know it is the Underdark.
Cryo, have I ever heard of the Underdark before?
You've definitely heard the word Underdark, but it's mostly when people tell like weird stories or when people are talking about bad places to go. You've never been given a rundown of like what it is.
Yeah, I've never been told about the Underdark. I've just heard people be like, "What is this, the Underdark?"
Yeah, that kind of thing. You've heard the phrase the Underdark before, but you had no idea what it was.
Okay. Twink says that, and I'm just like, "Oh. What is the Underdark? Exactly. This, I presume, but what is Is it just this cave?
Oh no, it's more than just this. It's imagine. Okay, I'm gonna explain bubble theory to him, and then I'm gonna go. Now imagine that another world is living underneath of us all at the same time.
The bubble under another bubble.
There's a smaller
Exactly.
bubble
Yeah.
inside our bubble, but it's also its own bubble.
Ah. So this is similar to another plane?
Yes, very, very much like that. Except, like, we can get to this one without. I mean, I guess we did crazy shit to get here, but
Right, and how do we get out of this plane?
ooh, I've never been here, so
Okay.
I imagine you go up.
Doesn't seem like there is. I mean, there seems like there's just up, but up is just more cave. I look back the river that we were swept down by from the direction that we came from. Like, where does it look like it come? Like, what is the?
There's a spot that you guys can see a few hundred feet above you where water is gushing out, but it is gushing out. It's like Niagara Falls level of massive amounts of water moving through it. Like you could physically fly up to that spot, but there's no way you're getting into that like passage with like hundreds of thousands of tons of water pressure against you.
Oh well. This
What's the matter?
is a predicament.
Yeah, but I mean, at least we're not, suffocating to death. I think I would take this for sure.
Okay, fair point. What do we do now? I mean, we have to go back, but how?
I mean, I guess we go that way. And I just start walking.
Where?
He just starts like clambering down this really steep slope.
Wait, which way? Where are we going?
The way I'm going.
But like, why? What's over there?
Well, because there's nothing here.
Okay. You said I could see a city in the distance?
Oh yeah, like out in the distance, you can see the lights of what's definitely like a city built into one of those giant pillars.
Do we go to what seems like civilization, or is that a bad idea?
I mean, we can decide that on the way there. There's no reason to stay here.
Well, right, but I'm saying if we're heading there, I could fly us over there faster.
I think we need not draw attention to ourselves while we're here.
Okay, that's fair. And
There's
how
a
long?
lot of things here that aren't friendly. Or at least so I've heard.
Sorry, I'm asking the same questions over and over again. How far away is that city? Like, if we were to
It's
walk there?
definitely at least a day's walk, if not more.
Okay. Well, I'm just like, okay.
Like it's like looking out at a mountain on the horizon and seeing the lights of a city on it.
I see. And I'll just pick up my legs and just start floating down at the same pace that Twink is clambering.
Next, Twink is like half rock climbing, half walking his way down this, and you just float next to him like you're on an invisible escalator.
I like bend my knees and like my robe falls in front of me, so it just like the robe and the no feet under just floating next to Twink.
All right.
Oh.
About halfway down, Dola, suddenly you get a message. You get a sending from Hush. And it comes through. You immediately have a discomfort in your head as it comes through in patches. Comes through as like, Archibald, he's well. Told him, Socks, Howard, Hush.
Okay. So I'll receive that message, and I am going to assume that anything that I would say would also be distorted in a similar way. And so I, in my head, rather than trying to formulate some sentence, I'm just gonna go underdark, 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 just 25 times.
I was literally like, he should counter distortion, so he puts distortion in other spots, and so all the words get through.
No, I fill
I can't
in the
wait for him to
blanks.
just hear
You just start.
They're like the fucking Reggies.
He's a Oh my god, he turned into a Reggie-Rag.
Meanwhile, again, back on the surface, Hush, you just receive underdark, underdark. Like you just get patches of the word underdark over and over again.
Except the one time it came through clear.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
there's
1 for 25.
of 25. You definitely get 1 or 2 that come through as the whole word underdark.
Like as soon as he hears like Underdark, it's like
And Hush, you have heard, you know of the underdark.
he's. Oh no.
What's wrong?
The descending it was really finicky and broken, but the thing that he tried to tell me the most was Underdark.
That makes no sense.
Lotus, you're like, that means that makes no sense. That means literally nothing. And you're looking and you see like all the color vanishing from Alina and Archibald's faces.
Hush is terrified.
Can somebody fill me in?
Are they in the Underdark?
I don't know what that is.
It's like a plane under ours, but it's also just like a cave. It's weird. Think of the cave we were just in, but make it the size of like a continent. Fill it with all the worst stuff you've ever seen, and then make all of the magical borders you'd expect between 2 planes.
The things in the Underdark are horrible. They're in the Underdark? Where's...
That underwater current must have swept them down.
They were swept into the Underdark?
It's okay. Arlashna's an archfey. She can get them back, no problem. I mean,
Maybe.
she goes from the Feywild to the material plane. This is even easier. This one's sort of attached.
You should tell her.
I should.
I-
I'm gonna do that. Lena just gets up and rushes off. Archibald, spoonful of soup.
Isn't this the first time he's heard that Arlashna is an archfey?
Yeah, that's why he just takes
Okay.
a long spoonful of soup.
There's horrors and shadow dragons and...
That explains a lot, actually. Archfey explains a lot.
I missed Archibald so much.
You guys are brought over bowls of soup, including a 4th one for Alina, and the person seems surprised she's not there. Should I leave? Should I leave? And Archibald's just leave it. You put it down where Alina was sitting, and then Archibald immediately reaches over and drags it over in front of him.
They'll be okay, right?
Oh no, they're probably gonna die. And he takes another spoonful.
What?
No,
I'm
they're
sorry.
not gonna die.
Shh, that was bad of me. I'm sorry.
They're not gonna die. As long as they don't make
Any
Make a lot
sound,
of it-
move anywhere, do anything.
a lot of attention for
Breathe.
themselves. There's things in the ground.
Talk.
I immediately just. Do I have enough? Yes, I do. I'm going to expend 2 first level spell slots. Get 1 more sending.
Okay.
And Now Hush is like, okay, that came in weird. And
Bro
he
is
tried to,
Jimmy Neutron brain blasting right now.
yeah. He goes, danger, 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 danger. No sound, no sound, no sound, no sound, no sound. Danger, 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 danger. Hush.
I hope
It
Hush
comes
comes through
through.
clear as day again.
No, it comes through. No danger, no danger. Sound, sound, sound. No danger.
Hush.
It comes through more like sound. No sound. Danger. Hush.
See, it works because Hush means
Duel.
to be quiet.
Duel. He's telling you
Hush,
to
be
fight the first thing you see.
Okay, is it back to me now? Am I receiving?
Yeah, back to you.
Okay.
Just
I'll
respond.
just-
Okay.
I'm just gonna. Like, I'm sitting here. I'm thinking, like, what can I respond? I'm gonna respond. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. A bunch of times. So like, even if it gets distorted a little bit, at least something might come through as okay.
It does come through patchily to you, Hush, and eventually you manage to work together. We're okay out of the 25 of them. Well, 24 of them, because even numbers.
It starts
a
getting
weird-
a little distorted, and it's just like we.
Wee.
It's like a Frenchman talking through a voice synthesizer. I thought of, totally off topic, I thought of the ultimate way you could fuck with each other in this situation. Dolus is just responding, danger, danger, danger. Waits for a response, just
Especially because now Hush is completely out of sending.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I'm not.
Oh
I
my
hate-
god.
He's got a fourth level.
Twink.
He burned that.
No, I can just break down my last 2 second level spells for.
Yes, Dolus.
I let a lower tone. Twink. How you mentioned the things that you've heard about this place. How dangerous is the Underdark?
Oh, very, very, like super deadly.
Okay, I just got a sending message from Hush. The sending messages are not coming in very clearly. It's very much distorted. But from what I could hear, he was saying, danger, danger, no sound. So,
Yeah, no, yeah, I figure, with the thing in the pillar there, probably a city. I imagine we're probably somewhere in the middle dark. So, dangerous stuff here, but not like the most dangerous stuff. But also, once we get down, we're gonna find somewhere and just kind of camp out for a bit.
okay. Yeah, no, that's fair.
And then we're gonna walk to that place.
Okay.
So, back in Estelgron, as the two of them continue making their way down that hill. Hush, you've spent your last sending. Alina returns,
Have not.
sits down at her chair, has no soup. He's just like, oh,
Yeah, we can have. I'm not hungry.
oh, no, you should eat. It's been a long day.
Did you tell her last night?
Yeah, she's she had a similar reaction. She said she needs to recharge with her orb, which, and Archibald's just like, what? What does that mean?
Explain everything to you. We've gone through a lot. And I'm sure you have as well.
Yeah.
I think there's plenty we need to talk about with one another.
I look over to Alina. I let them know to be quiet and to be cautious. They said they're okay, but I don't know. I should have asked what part of the Underdark they're in?
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? I'm gonna save my last few messages so that I can try and check in on them later. Doc is safe, so he can hang out in Fort Don, I guess.
I only got one more sending that I can do today. I need to rest a little bit. I've been mushing my magic together to try to get more. But from what I've heard, they're okay, but the sendings are not going through well.
Are you okay? I haven't had the chance to check on you.
No. But that's not the problem in hand right now. A lot has happened, so we should make sure everything else is okay before we tackle the coping. I guess. But
Alina like reaches out and puts a hand on either of your shoulders. It's like, it's gonna be okay. Come on, had dragons and genies and time itself, a war, werewolves. This is just another thing.
a lot of those things are down there, dragons, monsters.
See, we lived through them once. They can do it again.
That's only the two of them.
Hush, I swear to God, I need you to just accept this. If not for yourself, then for me, please.
They'll be alright. Twink's there. Twink is smart.
Kind of like pulls you both into a little mini hug.
Don't go away.
And then after a few seconds of your little mini hug, there's just a loud. And he finishes off his little bowl of soup and he's like, "Who's Doc?"
Hey.
Meanwhile,
Yeah. Yeah, the guy that nobody asks about.
Doc,
Yeah.
you stayed alongside Matthias as he called clerics and thaumaturges to come inspect the now unconscious Delilah. And eventually, after you explained the whole thing to him and they checked up on her, they carted her out so that they could take her body to a spare room to lay her in a bed, as they have begun around the city, according to Matthias, collecting the Delilahs, who all seemed to faint simultaneously, each of them suddenly moving themselves to a place where if they fell, they weren't going to break themselves or something, and telling anyone nearby that they were about to fall.
All of them at once.
Yes, she's very coordinated.
And healing's not working?
The way healing will work, but she is tired. She must sleep.
Fair enough.
Elves do not normally sleep. Delilah, last time I see her sleep was toddler.
Dang.
I'm sure she has slept since then, but it's not common occurrence.
Right.
With how much magic she used to move engine, I'm surprised she did not die.
I mean, hey. She survived fighting the Empire's Archmage, and
Actually, she didn't. One of her died. That was
that's a
kind
good
of how
point.
that went.
13 of her survived. And then she killed him. And then she brought the Hush back from the dead and then stole an engine. I'm pretty sure it would take an act of several gods to kill her.
Well, they think it would take act of her to kill her, which is what has currently passed her out.
Yeah.
And he
without-
looks up and he shouts at someone on the other side of the room. He's like, "Bring talk to Delilah so damn much I forget the name of other court mages. Bring court mage." If I ever have magic issue, I talk to her. If I don't talk to her, I talk to her. If she doesn't do it, she talk to them for me. There are 13 of her. I don't usually need other person.
That's a really good point. But
And she doesn't sleep.
doesn't ever, yeah, you know, like Doug just kind of has that moment of, yeah, wait a minute. But Matthias, I gotta gotta get back to everybody. And are any of your other mages capable of
Teleporting to somebody they don't know, somewhere they don't know? No, none of them are on quite that level. All of them are trained either for battle or for communication.
Right. Then we can at least reach out to the ship. The ship should still be in the near the cave.
Right, getting your ship back is pertinent. With a ship that fast, even without teleportation, you can get you where you need to go. Also, you know all of your crew who think you might be dead.
Yeah.
Probably good to tell.
Yeah.
Situation always has to be more complicated than you would like, doesn't it?
Yeah,
How did you get back?
that's complicated. Like,
I have time and no one else to talk to. He like gestures to the empty spot.
Matthias, you have no idea how ironic that is. So, basically,
You explain time to him.
yeah, I break down. I'm like, so basically, I am the warlock of time, and I asked him very nicely, by screaming that if I die, then I can't, return the weapons that I have, and he took that as, okay, I'll only save you, and now I'm beginning to process that he brought me to Fort Dawn because the safest I've ever been was when Delilah put me in a rock.
Yeah, okay. I've learned to accept.
That's a good, yeah. But yeah, so now
I'm just gonna like,
I've learned to accept, and then still has a moment of, oh my god.
all right. So you, I need you to. I don't really need you to do anything right now, honestly. We just have to ask your ship, make sure they're all right.
Yeah. And then Lotus and Hush, they're in Estelgrond, and Twink and Dolus might be at the bottom of the cave.
That's
or
bad.
worse.
Bad.
But it's okay.
Who knows?
Because,
No need to dwell on things we do not know yet.
yeah, so
Then the door opens, and a mage comes in and he's like, we can start dwelling. We will know soon.
okay, well.
Hush. Suddenly get a communication. Another sending. This time not from Dolus. From some mage who you don't recognize. It's a woman's voice that you don't recognize. Just talking on behalf of Matthias. We have Doc. Are you safe? We will get ship. How are Dolus and Twink?
She's just like, oh, full words. We are fine, but Dolus and Twink are in the Underdark. We
you got
are
14 more words. Come on.
we are thinking this through. Get here fast. Hush.
Cool.
Okay.
Hush is the epitome of that fucking, I paid for 25 words, I'm gonna use 25 words.
Well, the funny thing is he only uses 20, I swear.
Most times, yeah.
Do I
So
miscount? I miscount, whatever.
fine. Don't worry
What
about
was like as if you were like recounting the words you just said.
Wait.
it. Miscounts a second time. No.
I used 12 words.
The mage like leans into Matthias and whispers everything he said to everything that was said to him, and he kind of just
Oh, no, that's bad. This is bad. All right, good to know. They are in the Underdark.
Cryo, I have a question.
Yeah.
Iceholm, because it goes so far underground, would pushing that limit toward the Underdark
I mean,
be...
you study the Underdark, but Iceholm doesn't touch any part of the Underdark.
Okay.
Like, you know of it, but you
Yeah.
don't. Like, you've never been there.
Okay, but again, it's kind of the same, like, cursory level knowledge.
It's the same cursory level knowledge as, like, Twink or Hush.
Okay.
have.
Oh, yeah, that's...
He's bad. He's very bad.
He is very, very... I gotta go. If I can't teleport, I guess I'll walk.
Turns to the mage and just,
Hang on. You know, the pretty admiral lady been drinking with soldiers for the last few days. Yes. Right. You need to send message to her. She is away with their ship. Where do you want her to pick you up, or we meet somewhere?
I mean, it would probably be faster if we met somewhere. I mean, I guess the boat's faster, but I need to do something or I'll go crazy.
All right. Ship meetup. Perfect. Reach out to Pretty Admiral Lady. Tell her Matthias and Doc will be meeting her in Eifentir. We'll update her then.
You're coming?
Delilah is unconscious, cannot keep me from doing fun things.
Oh, this is gonna be awesome!
But yes.
the mage is like, all right, and starts to do their little sending, and then come back and they're like, she said, oh, what the fuck is it now? Why is he coming from Fort Dawn? Where is everyone? God damn it. Fine.
You sound like her, yes? She got
Yeah,
that's
that's Lorelei. I'm surprised there weren't more fucks in there, in all honesty.
Tell lead guard, get ready my carriage and horses. We will be setting out for Eifentir on the morning. Unless you feel better to set out now, we would have to camp at night, but...
I mean... Doc kind of has that moment where he's like, it would be safer. But... the boat will get there long before us, and camping out at night means you might get to use your big axe on more things.
Tell guards we will be setting out in an hour. She turns and runs like, I have to arrange various people, council to manage things while I'm gone.
Right.
He shouts to the woman before she gets to the door, send Falcon to Lord Drenus. We'll be visiting him soon. Keeps going.
Perfect. Well, you hang out.
Do you know how to play cards?
I have important things to do, like arranging council and
That's
stuff.
a good point. Okay. Yeah, Doc just kind of has that moment of like, still not sure what to do with himself. He kind of like turns, and then turns and walks out the door. Where's the gunch? Do I have to roll for gunch?
You're gonna go find the gunch?
No, I need to know if I need to roll for gunch.
No.
Good. That thing will
Crow's
eat my
like,
other hand.
the Gunch, having sensed that the strong magical being is now not
Oh no!
is now
He's
taking over the
gone
castle.
You don't have to roll for the gunch. I have to. The gunch.
Oh.
So you have the castle and generally the city to yourself for an hour, Doc. What are you gonna do with that time?
Oh boy. I guess no, because the carriage is gonna get stocked up. What can I do? Oh man, I've got all my new stuff. Let's check on the status of the...
spend.
That's true, but let's check on the status of the engine. Where did it end up?
You didn't see where it ended up. You can ask.
Yeah, I'll probably ask around for that, make sure that it's all good, so that way when I find everybody, I can tell them that things are good. Where's Fairmont? Oh, he's with Afintir. Got it, right.
He is, he's
Estogrand.
Estelgrand.
Aventir's where you're going.
That's where I'm going.
Yes.
I'm Doc and Blue.
Yes. Yes, you are.
You guys know don't worry.
Thanks! Yeah, so I guess I'll try to hunt down the engine, make sure that it's there and in one piece.
Okay. 1 second. I have to respond to a thing. I'm so sorry to interrupt.
The engine in 5 pieces.
The engine separated into 80 different pieces. It fell apart upon return.
The Aeon engine's Horcruxes.
No!
Oh god. That's what the rest of the show is. Just you getting
Destroying the
pieces.
Aeon engine.
I do have money to spend, but I have a pretty damn good shield, and my swords are literally bound to me, so we can't really go up from here, boys.
So many other things than shields and swords that you could
Yeah,
purchase.
they're
I could get potions
the
and
life
stuff.
of a
it'd be-
marshal.
Yeah.
Hey man, potions are pretty kicking.
I
Yeah, a
figured
lot
the
of them are-
carriage would have a handful. It would make sense.
Nah, bro, you can get like potions of haste. Like,
That's true.
there's more than just healing potions.
Unmovable rods. Like, there are so many things other than a sword or a shield.
I'm checking
So-
on the engine. I'll do it
You
when
gotta
I'm
check on
sure
the
my
engine.
friends aren't dead.
You talk with various people to make sure it's all good and set to go. You are led out into that courtyard that has been used for training. It's just under Delilah's like little structure, and there, sitting like broken onto the the ground around it has been cracked by this thing just dropping onto it seemingly, is the Aeon engine. Same sort of strange oblong shape with those rings of metal around it. Kind of a little lopsided. It's not holding itself up the way it was before it was teleported.
Right. I'm gonna take a second to inspect it as much as possible, make sure that none of the parts from what I remember are shifted, broken, anything like that. And make sure there are no spare explosives, because I'm not sure how much of that got brought with it.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. That is a 13.
Okay. No explosives. Doesn't seem to be any damage to the engine other than it just sort of being inert and laying there. However, you do find a solid chunk, like the size of your palm, of Agrahill's amber
Interesting.
resting on the engine, seemingly.
Okay. Can I don't have identify. Could I possibly inspect it arcanically?
You can make an Arcana check.
Yeah. 15 plus 1, 16.
16. It is clearly still charged with some kind of magic. It is still clearly juiced in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Even like upon further inspection, you can feel it against your hand. That strange, like warble of energy.
Okay. Does it seem to be similar to the energy that the larger amber gave off, or is it?
Yeah, it's that same sort of weird vibrational energy.
Okay. And did I find it on what I could possibly identify as an input or output for the engine, or was it just kind of there?
You can't really identify an input. It's like that oblong shape with a circle on the front.
Yeah.
And otherwise, it is smooth. You can't
Okay.
identify anything with the engine. Like, it is just those shapes I have described.
Okay.
You can't really tell. Like, you from Iceholm recognize that it's some kind of machine with magic involved. Like, it's magitech of some kind, but you have no idea of the form or function of it beyond that.
Right.
It is beyond you.
Okay. Then with the amber, I'm going to like pull out some spare rags from my bag, kind of wrap it up, and put it in my bag for the time being. Could
Okay.
be useful, could not. Could possess me, who knows?
We bringing Agrihill back, baby.
Let's go! Nice, friendly now, kind of.
Not it.
You meet up with Delilah. You're like, I'm so glad you survived. The piece of amber like leaps out of your pocket.
Fucking!
No. Otherwise, yeah. I mean, there are guards and stuff around it that seem to just be. They don't seem to really doing anything with it at the moment because it seems like there's no one has any idea what to do with it.
Yeah. Then yeah, I guess if that's the case, then fuck it. I guess we will go double check and shop. Let's go. I would ask them for the nearest like enchanter or magical item shop.
You go to a guard to ask about a magical item shop, and before you can finish like asking the question from a nearby doorway, a familiar voice says, "Just, I can show it to you." And Ardalin like steps out.
You're okay. I mean, I know the like again clone thing, and I get it, but like you're here and good.
She like holds up a hand. Don't mention that.
Right.
Come on, follow me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, trots along behind her.
It leads you out of the castle. Matthias caught me up.
Right. Yeah, it got worse once we got separated from you.
You're alive, so got better.
Yeah, thankfully. I got lucky, but if things had not gone the right way, then I'm not sure that
You would have been unlucky.
Well, more along the lines of the timing was bad. If something happened to Twink or Dolus because I asked for a favor at the wrong time, then
It's okay. Bad things can happen anytime.
how are you so calm?
Seen a lot.
I guess.
Besides other things to worry about, you know.
Is your Delilah okay?
They're all mine, Delilah.
Well, the one that was with you.
She's asleep. She'll be fine. If not, then I'll make her fine.
Go ahead. You were about to wind up and say something.
Can't cut me off like that.
My bad. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna ask what you wanted to buy.
I'm not really sure. At the end of the day, this is the first time that I've really gone without the majority of the group or my sister by my side, so kind of just want to make sure I'm prepared. Maybe some item that I can use to give myself an advantage, something. I don't know, the swords work best for me, but I've already got those in hand, and the shield is already a favor. I'm not really sure where to aim. I just need to keep moving.
Crossbow. Good. Good thing to have.
Yeah.
Potions. Potions are good to have. Carrying marbles. Something that
Marbles.
distracts me.
Huh. We'll see what we can find then.
Okay. Playing cards?
I've got those. Then Doc brings them out, and they are just waterlogged to shit. Well,
You should get new playing cards.
I should get new playing cards.
Let's go. Just takes you to the magic shop. Door opens. Old guy. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Come on in. Ah, Ardlin. Good to see you. Your wife's not going to come shout at me about magic, right? No, she's not coming in today. Oh, thank God. I mean, no, not, no, she's a lovely woman. I understand why you married her. Beautiful, fantastic.
Hi.
Hello! Who's your friend?
I'm Doc. I've been working with Matthias and Ardalin as of late, and I figured I should come into your shop. I don't know, really. Sometimes I just want to see what's what.
I got clocks that can change the weather.
Maybe not today.
Damn it.
I forgot we've seen this guy before. Doc kind of walks up and explains it's like, for the majority of his fighting style, you know, he's got his swords that he's not really, like, he's got his sword that he's not really willing to part with. He's got a fair, you know, the Sentinel +1 shield. At one point, he does kind of take off his hand, or not his hand, he takes off his glove and shows off yeah, he takes off the whole hand.
I mean, you can do that too.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I can take off that, and he kind of breaks down that it's like, I'm kind of maxed out as far as, you know, as far as attunements go. So anything that I could use without having to do that would probably be the most useful. And if you have any potions, I'd love to take a couple of healing potions off your hand, but also anything that I could do to make sure I can protect my people.
That's a big ass. Arlen, why don't you ever bring me any normal people? Like... Alright, well, healing potions are easy enough. You got 100 gold, I can sell you some good ones.
Yeah. And Doc kind of digs in his bag and just immediately forks over 100.
And he just pulls up 2 greater potions of healing, puts them on the counter.
Nice.
All right, big spender, you want to protect people? Do you want to do it by killing your enemies faster or by being a little rougher?
I'm pretty sure I'm as rough as I can get for the most part, so probably beat them faster.
You don't want potions? You want poisons. And he pulls out just a bunch of various strangely colored bottles. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what half of these do, but they kill you fast as fuck.
Doc kind of looks at him and is like, okay, what are the ones that you do know that what they do?
Oh, he puts 3 purple ones forward. These are your typical potions. Or not potions, poisons.
Yeah.
These are the ones. I mean, you came in with Ardlin, so I'm showing them to you. But technically, they're not even like legal for me to sell because they're like random alchemical ingredients. It's really sort of dangerous. It's okay. She buys them from me sometimes.
We had a couple of alchemists where I grew
Ardlin,
up. So
Ardlin, just don't tell it.
yeah, that's that. Yeah, Doc looks past the poison ones because he does already have his basic poison back from God, I think fucking Valorfall. What's going on with the mystery poisons?
Just weird colors of like swirling mixtures.
You don't know what they do. How much would it
Well,
cost to take
here's
3
the
of them?
thing. They have all the same basic ingredients as these ones, so they'll still kill you just as effective. They'll also just do other things. What? I don't know. I
How much
don't
for
test
3 of
them.
them?
She does. Like gestures at Ardlin.
Ardalin, do you know what any of them do?
No, this is new batch. I haven't tried it yet.
Okay. How much for 3 of them?
If you write down what they do, bring it back to me. Give you 50 gold back, and we'll say 150 for the 3.
All right.
You can get a rebate of 50 gold.
Oh boy, a rebate. Yeah, no, I'll take 3 of them.
All right. He gives you the 3 weird colored poisons.
And then Doc kind of takes a moment. He's like, and then as far as Ardalin recommended, maybe something that's a little bit more of the ranged variety.
You want something ranged?
Yeah,
Ranged weapon?
probably.
You a bowman? You don't look like a bowman.
Where I grew up, we had a lot of prototype guns, if I'm honest.
Oh, you want a musket? You're not gonna get it from me, kid.
Oh, I know.
I got. He rummages underneath a counter and pulls up a big crossbow. And just, I got this. This is the heaviest, dutiest thing I have here.
Don't mind me just double checking with Hickory real quick. Oh fuck, she can only use simple weapons. All right, this is for Doc, I guess.
This is a enchanted heavy crossbow.
Enchanted just to make it hit harder, do better.
Oh, exactly that.
All right. How
Thing
much
can
better?
yeah, like a 1-2 tier higher kind of thing. Can hit like a truck at 100 feet. Not a truck. They don't have those.
Can hit like a horse.
For the same thing. Can hit like a Ford F-150 at 100 feet. We'll get them eventually. We'll get the sponsorship one day.
Okay. Right. I guess one more question just to double check. At the end of the day, my sword is two-handed. If you have anything that would possibly make my shield, and he kind of pulls it up. Is there any way to where I wouldn't have to use an arm to do this?
As far as I know.
All right. And he kind of like puts it back. It was worth an ask. Floating shield
If
seems
you're worried about using
possible.
both hands, I mean the heavy crossbow's 2 hands. I can get you he reaches under the counter again, he pulls up. I can get you this one-handed crossbow.
I shouldn't need a shield if I'm using a crossbow, so Doc kind of looks at the big one and just goes, how much?
Friend discount. 400 gold.
Doc, again, just prepared with the fact that he's going to have to go on his own thing and feeling underprepared for the last couple of runs is like, yeah, let's do it.
All right.
How much for some bolts?
Old.
Bolts.
Bolts? Oh, I'm just going to include 40 for you.
Oh, thank God.
A shitty person doesn't sell bolts with their crossbows. Oh! He like lifts the big crossbow up and hands it to you.
Yeah.
It's pretty light in your hands. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's definitely heavy, especially compared to like other crossbows you've held and the guns you've held. But like, you can wield it.
Okay. Then yeah, Doc is like, okay, thank you.
I'll add it to your equipment.
Thanks.
Here you go.
Let's go.
Anything else I can do for you? You don't need to sneak in someplace, convince somebody of something, change the weather.
Doc goes, why do you just... What's with you and this clock?
Look, I bought a lot of those clocks, and nobody... I thought it'd be really cool. I thought it would be one of those things that a lot of the rich people would be like, oh, I have a clock that changes the weather. I can have a sunny tea afternoon whenever I want. It's cold here. I thought people would like that. No! I bought 12 of the damn things, and I've sold 2.
I don't really need a clock.
Ardalin, please buy a clock. And she's like, wife can change the weather whenever she wants. Damn it.
Regardless, thank you so much. It'll help a ton.
I hope.
Holy shit, this thing has an extended range of 400 feet?
Most ranged weapons have stupid extended ranges.
Jesus!
Most bows can hit like 250 or 300.
But this is 400!
Crossbow, man.
That's fair.
Dude, my regular basic attacks are 300
Ooh,
extended range. So
Yep.
nice.
Anyways,
Yeah. Then, guess that's all I really need.
all right, it was good meeting you, Doc.
Thank you so much.
Head out of the shop to the sounds of this man just being like, God damn it, never gonna sell those fucking clocks.
That's good.
Ardlin walks with you back to the castle.
Yep. And by now, I assume an hour's probably gone by.
Like a good 45 minutes. I will say, she definitely is not wearing like armor as you've used to her. Like, this is the first time you've ever seen Ardlin in just plain clothes.
Like street clothes.
Yeah. She's walking around with you.
Doc kind of like looks her up and down and is like, this is weird. Every time I've seen you, you've been armed to the teeth, for lack of a better term.
She like crosses her arms and she's like, do you think I'm not armed to the teeth right now?
Well, at least armored to the teeth.
I don't need all of the stuff to kill people.
You know, after seeing what you did on that bridge, I believe it.
Yeah. I don't know. When Delilah and I got our positions here way back when, we kind of decided to leave the danger life behind.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of just keep to the back end mostly. People don't even know that there are multiple me's.
Right. And then there's also like the shadow you.
Oh, that's just magic. That's just the thing I do.
That's cool. And then you've got
Cool.
you've got
Asmar. Sure,
Yeah.
you've seen them before.
But I've never seen one with black wings.
Just wings. Just
Doc's just kind of like generally intrigued and a little bit in awe of Ardlin just because she kicked so much ass on that
you
bridge.
kind of like raise an eyebrow. You just. You think the wings are cool, don't you?
I think the wings are really cool.
I mean, they're pretty cool, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to be skeletal.
They what?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Like bones.
why?
To Azamar stuff.
I used to be two people.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have anything cool to counteract that other than my swords and well, actually, I guess I literally altered time earlier today.
Yeah, Delilah told me.
Yeah.
She said it was the most dangerous and crazy thing she's ever seen anyone other than herself do.
That's a compliment.
From her, yeah.
Like Doc kind of like stands up a little higher as he's.
She walks you back to the carriage and you guys wait for Matthias. Meanwhile, back up north in Estelgron. You guys have finished your soup, those of you who had it.
I've
Lotus,
explained who Doc is.
Lotus generally caught Archibald up on various things, like Arlashna being an archfey, who Doc is, the
fact that we
ups
have-
and downs of your journey.
The ship.
The ship. Oh yeah, the airship. He wasn't there for an airship.
I'm here now. Hi.
Do you catch him up on the Lorelei being a dragon thing?
Nope.
Do we tell them
Lorelei
that
is-
two people?
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think I would just mention, like, something happened that caused Doc and his sister Hickory to merge into one being, into something called a clash star.
That's crazy.
But Lotus doesn't really know the whole thing about it, so
Lotus.
Hmm?
Can I have Archibald's sketchbook really fast?
it's there.
Open it up, swip through. And I go to the page with the lady on it.
I really appreciate the privacy that you guys managed to maintain with all of my items while I was gone, by the way. Like he says as Hush is flipping through his sketchbook.
Been really useful, actually.
Oh, I mean, that's good.
I'm sorry.
Put the
It's
page
okay.
down in front of him. This lady.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to hit the spoon that was on my desk.
It's on the table that you're eating soup with.
Yeah, it hit the spoon.
We're getting
I
sound
moved the
effects
spoon
live.
away.
We're getting live Foley in the studio.
I take the spoon, I move to the side. This lady. You
Yeah?
saw her in a vision.
I saw her in a dream. I don't really have visions.
Or a dream. Do you know who she is?
Do you know everyone who shows up in your dreams?
Sometimes.
Oh, well, I guess I'm the weird one out. No, I don't know her.
Most of the time, the people in my dreams are the people that I know.
I wish.
That's the opponent right now. That's Hush's mom.
Oh. Oh.
From a very long time ago.
Oh, I'm over 1,000 years old,
Oh.
and she's older than that. And she died a long time ago. You had a vision of her?
I dream. They're not visions.
Dream, you saw her.
Visions implies I'm some person tripping on godberries in the woods or something. No, I dream like a normal person.
You had a dream of her.
Yeah. Dreamt of
Is
her
there-
before. That's why I drew her.
What did you see? Was it just her crying? Or was there anything else?
Sometimes I see her happy. Sometimes I see her sad. Sometimes I see her with someone I don't recognize. But I don't usually get any of their features. Her. It's the same way I've dreamt about Maya with her scar or door or all sorts of people. Kaeli dreamt about her and drew her. Don't.
Have you had any more dreams since you've been gone?
Yeah. Plenty.
Any
None
more-
about her. Sorry.
No.
I'm sure that's not the answer you wanted.
No. Any that are worth, you would consider worth drawing?
Mostly just about all of you. Nothing crazy.
About us?
I get glimpses of stuff you were doing or gonna do, might have done. I don't know. I wasn't here. I can't really compare.
Close the book and put it away.
I saw the Feywild one time. Did you go there?
Kind of.
Okay, cool.
Um,
That was a past one. Or it
Oh.
might have been a future one when I had it, but it's a past one now.
let me explain.
Okay.
The world is kind of
Yeah, falling apart or back together, sort of. I got the lowdown.
Yeah. Remember the island?
Yeah,
where we
we
went?
made sandcastles.
So that's a country now
Oh,
named Twintania.
Yep.
And
Yeah, I was there for that.
there's the Feywild and the elemental plane of fire and air on it and around it.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
And it's kind of happening to everywhere as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I pull out my
Makes
sketchbook.
sense.
I flip to
I've been kind of getting bits and pieces of the long-term plan here for the last month or so. So yeah, it makes sense.
You've reacted to it way better than I haven't left this place, and it's
I know a lot.
glad you got the buffer.
I've flipped to some of the maps that Lotus has been sketching out here and there. I flipped to the one for Twinktania. But this is what it looks like now. I'll push it towards him.
It's a lot bigger.
Yeah, a lot
Is that
bigger.
Is that a town? Is that a volcano?
Yes and yes.
There's a volcano and a town. Twinktanian town. Twinktownia. Okay.
Italian.
Volcano. You built a town by a volcano? Probably not smart.
Oh, well, I just kind of appeared.
Alina's like, it's not a volcano. Looks like a volcano. I mean, unless Lotus is doing artistic, sort of rendering. It looks like a volcano. It's not a volcano. It just looks like a volcano. And has the element of plane of fire in it. Okay, it sounds a lot like a volcano, but no, it's just geysers. Okay. He just goes back to looking at all of your map. That's bad. Or good, I guess. I guess it matters who you're talking to. Twinkania's bigger now. That's pretty cool. Sanctuary is destroyed, though. Pretty bad. Most of the elves lived, though, so that's pretty good.
We did our best.
It's alright. It's not your fault. None of this is your fault.
I mean, it's what I keep telling myself. I'm sorry, the other me probably did a lot of really...
Let's not talk about the other you and that. Please. I'd rather not think about it. We should talk somewhere else. This is, he like looks around this like dining hall here and he's like, this is nice, don't get me wrong, but it's not very private.
Are there rooms that we're staying in? I don't really know.
I don't know, I got dumped here and then you guys were doing teleporting stuff and I was eating soup. So maybe? I don't know.
Cold. I don't think we should go on a walk.
Let's go ask someone. You guys all as like a group get up. And Lotus, it's your passive perception. You've noted, like you've been relatively aware of the space around you. And there are one or two elves who are just kind of like standing around, and you didn't really pay them much of mind until now. But as you stand up, one of them immediately starts walking towards you, as a group. And that moment of just like, what is this? And this, mature woman elf comes up to you all. She's got her darker hair, really pretty blue eyes. She's like, "Hello, you all are from the finest, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck are the finest?"
I'll explain.
It's good to see all of you well. I mean, not all of you are well, obviously, but it's good to see the ones of you who are here who are fine. My name's Melly. Pleasure to meet you.
Hi.
I can show you to where you'll be sleeping. I volunteered to help your little group.
Are you, one of the star elves that live here?
Yes, I am.
This is... this is Estelgron, right?
Yes, it is. I'm sorry that all you've seen of it is a small dining hall. I hope at least this, she like gestures. It's a nice stone room that you're in, a lot of like glowing magical chandeliers you weren't really paying attention to until now. She's like, it's a pretty good introduction.
Mara was here not too long ago, right?
Yes, he was. I greeted and helped him then also.
Was he happy when he left here?
Seemed to be. Certainly hope so.
Okay.
Come along.
Is...
You are Lotus and Hush?
This is Alina, this is Archibald.
Pleasure to meet you all. Mara spoke very fondly of you. Come along. She leads you to the door you came in from and opens it up. You guys walk out, and again, it's cold here. So you guys have this like wash of like, she goes, as she immediately sees you all sort of like shrivel up from the cold, she's like, my apologies. Here. She reaches into her bag, and her arm goes way deeper than it should, immediately making clear it's a bag of holding. And then she just pulls out and opens her hand, and there are 4 rings in it. She's like, put these on. Put them on. You have acquired a ring of warmth.
Oh.
So you put it on, you immediately feel a nice little wash over you. Keep you plenty warm in the cold.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Have to do something up here in this weather. It's really easy to keep the common areas and buildings warm, but the entire city is a bit of a stretch. You guys finally taking a moment to really take in your surroundings as you're not in, the shock of teleporting and all of the craziness that happens. Estelgron is insanely beautiful. It is on a scale you haven't seen before. It's like you're on like a New York street with huge towering buildings around you. All of these cobblestone roads, they all seem to be made of some sort of dark stone you don't recognize. And all of them are sort of lined with bits of snow. It's even coming down lightly right now. And as you're sort of like looking around nearby, you can see one tower that is clearly leagues taller than the rest. Like it is easily triple the height of the other buildings around it, and it has a big crystal ring around the top, up where the like clouds are starting to pass over it.
I just added to my inventory. I just want to point this out. I'm putting it in private talks. This ring is adorable. Like it is adorable. It has 2. For those because it has 2 like little foxes.
It's fur lined.
Yeah, it's fur lined. It has 2 little foxes like on top of it.
It's a really cute little image they have for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna ping over to Lotus and can you ask if we're allowed to keep these?
I thought I was gonna have to. I'll be honest. I thought I was gonna have to homebrew an item that had this effect. So I was like looking into it, and I found these, and it's almost exactly what I was gonna homebrew. So I was like, oh hey.
does give us something cool. Should give us something warm.
Are we allowed to keep these?
You might have to pay a small fee to the quartermaster, but I don't see why not.
Okay.
Gives me another resistance.
For now, we're going to put you in some apartments just opposite of the Didact. It will be the best for you. You don't know what that means. The big tower there, the Tower of the Didact. That's what we call it.
Okay. Wow,
Take it
this
in.
place a lot.
Yes, it's we don't have a lot of room up here. A lot of craggy cliffs, not very many flat valleys, so we build up.
Otis,
Mhm.
can you ask if I can talk to them?
Hush speaks in telepathy. Would it be okay if he talks to you that way?
Of course. Go right ahead.
Get back. Is it okay if we walk around on our own? Or are we...
Well, the sun will be setting soon. Which, there's no curfew necessarily, but it gets even colder here at night. The nighttime here lasts longer than it does elsewhere, as we're close to the pole.
Will this be enough?
You'll definitely get colds, but it should keep you from freezing to death, yeah.
I'm from you, boy. It's okay.
Okay.
I know I've been there for a little bit, so I know cold. Plus, I can warm myself a little bit.
It's good. No, if you want to walk around, that's fine. The city is 2 concentric rings of large buildings like this with 6 roads sort of circling them. The tower's in the center. If you'd like, I can just wait for you there at the plaza.
Is the town, is it stocked with magic shops with components? Or is it...
We don't... We sort of don't stock those necessarily. You mostly get magical items here via request.
by request?
Yeah, so you request and then it's provided to you and you pay for it then. There's not really a shop for it.
Okay. So if we have anything we need, we can just request it and pay for it?
Certainly, I can introduce you to the quartermaster. He's probably gone home by now, so have to wait until the morning.
That's fine.
But if you just want to walk around and see the sights, that's fine. There are a few shops that will sell you food or I'm sorry, we don't really have knickknacks or souvenirs. We don't get guests.
Don't need any souvenirs. I just want to know if I was allowed to walk around. I think I need to go for a walk in a little bit.
Well, do all of you want to go for a walk, or should I? And like Alina just kind of like nods along, and Archibald's like, I'd like to go to my apartment.
Could you show us where we will be resting for the night first?
Certainly, come along. She leads you to this ringed courtyard around this big tower in the center. It's circular, goes up. It's mostly stone, but there are a bunch of like glass windows spattered here or there throughout. It goes all the way up. You have to crane your neck to finally see that again, that ring around the top, which as you get under it is just reaches out over the whole courtyard. And it's warm here. I mean, you already weren't really bothered by the cold previously thanks to the ring, but as you step in, you feel like this is a warm space. It's almost like you're under like a heat lamp. Like the whole tower just keeps this courtyard warm. You will be staying here. She gestures like this sort of big kind of V-shaped building that comes up between 2 intersecting roads. This is our, I guess, the closest thing we have to an inn or a hotel. We mostly just use it for those of us who are frequently away on expeditions and don't currently have housing assigned, so...
Thank you.
Of course! I'll wait for you in the lobby, so you go, wander about, enjoy the sights. I just ask that, please don't leave the city. Not that you're trapped here or anything, it's just dangerous out in the waste. And, don't start any trouble? Perfect. And you, young man, I'll show you to your room. She, like, bring Archibald in. He's like, once, you get here, we'll talk. I'm gonna
Archibald
nap.
did take the 3 books that I gave him, right?
Mm-hmm. gonna take a hell of a nap. He goes in. You guys are free to sort of wander for a bit. While you think about sort of what you're looking for in your wandering. Well, meanwhile, yet again, to
Sweet.
Twing and Dolus, you guys have been walking for like an hour at this point. You made it your way down that whole cliff. You started moving. I mean, it's dark, especially Dolus for you without dark vision.
Yeah.
It's gonna be dim light at best down here, unless you're right next to like a light source.
Awesome.
So Twink, you can see just fine. At least within 60 feet for sure as you guys go. You've been avoiding rocks and stuff. Eventually, you guys, as you're going, there are lights ahead. There are a bunch of blue and green lights sort of spattered out. And you take a moment. Can one of you make a perception check for me?
$23.
23. Twink, you like stop for a second and squint. And you're like, it is seemingly at a distance. A lot of mushrooms. It's like a huge field of mushroom.
That's mushrooms.
What? Where?
You know, it's glowing.
I can't see.
Yeah, it's glowing.
Is that what that is? I thought it was another pool of magma.
It's blue and green.
I can't see anything.
It's glowing.
And so what?
It should be the only thing you see. It's right there.
It's so far away.
You guys are like, it's so far away. It's right there. In the distance, you guys hear like a... There's just like a screech out in the distance as you have like bicker.
There's mushrooms.
Okay. Are we going towards the mushrooms or away from the mushroom?
I think we should avoid the mushrooms.
Okay. Let's do that.
But maybe... I mean, when am I ever gonna come back to get some mushrooms from the Underdark?
What? But what if they're alive and they kill us?
What if they're not and they're worth a fortune? What if they give you the ability to see in the dark?
I am not eating one of the mushrooms.
What are we gonna eat?
I literally have the ability to create food and
When's
water.
the next time you'll be able to make Underdark mushrooms?
Never. I don't want to make Underdark
That's my
mushrooms.
point.
Let's go check out the mushrooms.
All right.
Carefully. Slowly.
Yeah, are you guys gonna be stealthy about it?
Yeah.
Stealth from both of you.
Okay.
Ah, shit.
Can I use a lucky point? Come on, man.
Yes,
please.
you can.
Okay, I rolled a 2. I'm like, please, I need this. Please. Oh, it's a lot better. 18.
Judging by Ian's face, it doesn't matter.
What'd you
I
roll,
got it.
Ian?
10. Oh, wait a minute.
You have infiltrated
No.
armor.
I lied. I just take my first one. I'm 18.
Let's go.
I forgot I'm not disadvantaged anymore.
Oh, yo.
Oh,
I have advantage and disadvantage, so it's
Wait,
a
we got
regular
matching
fucking
18.
roll.
Twinsies, you both got 18.
Yeah, it was gonna be an 8.
Oh.
Hey, there you go.
But then I
Two
started looking, I'm like, why does it say A and D?
2 18s are sufficient.
Sufficient for what?
You guys start sneaking your way past all like through the rocks and the thing. The terrain you're on is actually surprisingly level and like decent to walk on. But as you guys are going and the rock sort of starts giving way to like soil here and there, Twink, the mushrooms for a while don't seem like they're getting closer. And then they do. And they're getting closer. Bigger. And you realize about what you thought was the distance to the mushrooms, which you now realize about half the distance. This is not a field of small mushrooms that you're close to. It is a field of giant mushrooms that you are up the hill from.
So they're like mushrooms the size of trees?
They are mushrooms that are a good 3 times the height of Dolus. They are
They're mushrooms
not
the
the
size
height
of
of like,
trees?
huge trees, but they are the height of like the size of like an apple tree. Like, you know, good
Okay.
story tall. Yeah.
Just double checking. I'm pretty sure you mentioned this a long time ago, but just to make sure, when we level up, we gain the effects of a long rest.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the thing you had stated.
that was the thing I had said before. If I level you guys without a long
Hitting
rest, you
that.
get the effect.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Then I have way more sendings than I thought I did.
Please.
So is that
don't.
a yes?
Danger! No danger!
Radio static. Nobody talks to Doc. We're all good.
So is that a yes?
That's the yes.
All right, keep going to the mushrooms. We're fine.
He's like, please don't go to the mushrooms. I don't have any spells or abilities. Actually, you do.
Dolus.
Let's go to the mushrooms.
Dolus, the mushrooms are huge.
Oh, they look that big. I can't really see them. When I see them, they're glowing.
How did you not see those?
I couldn't
Like,
make them out from a
They should have been the only thing. I know, but you should have still seen the lights.
I saw the light, but I didn't know what it was.
You thought it was lava.
I don't know. We're at the Underdark. I don't know what this is.
Are we gonna try the mushrooms?
No, we're not going to try the mushrooms. We can gather them. And maybe try them on the material plane.
Or what if they go bad?
The mushrooms, they're going to go bad.
These are Underdark mushrooms.
Well, so what? They're going to go
What if when we leave the Underdark, they like disintegrate into dust?
Good.
Not good, then we shouldn't have come at all.
We didn't come here for mushrooms.
That's the whole reason we're standing in front of this mushroom forest.
If you want to try a mushroom, you gotta be my guest.
Oh. It doesn't seem wise.
Oh, does it not seem wise? Are you still gonna do it?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I probably have enough room in the ring.
There is
Get
another
back your corpse.
screeching sound in the distance, now closer.
Why is it getting close to we're whispering?
You think we should take cover in the mushroom forest?
Maybe. At least it'll provide some light so that I can actually see whatever's probably stalking us right now.
Unless it's coming from the mushroom forest.
Is it coming from the mushroom forest?
It is definitely not. It's definitely coming from out
It's
in the dark.
definitely not coming from the mushroom forest. It's coming from the dark.
What if it hunts in the mushroom forest for the things that it eats?
So then why would it be hunting outside of the mushroom forest?
What if it's just going to it?
What? That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't live in the mushroom forest. It goes there for food. You don't go and live at the restaurant you eat at.
Well, I am my own restaurant. Anyways, let's go to the mushroom
You guys
forest.
stealth over to the mushroom forest.
This is how you die in the
Yeah.
Underdark.
So,
Thanks,
stealth
man.
over-
I thought I
Appreciate the
died
vote of
last
confidence.
session.
Ian's like, I already thought I was dead. Anything I do from this point is just add-on.
It's just content.
So, you guys walk
Hey man,
over.
Cryo clearly has some mushroom forest thing planned. I'm not gonna leave that hanging.
You can go around if you want, but you're going in.
Can't go over it.
As
I
you
could.
approach, yeah, it is
Yeah.
huge. Huge mushrooms. Easily a story or more tall. Dolus, you can like walk under the caps of them. A few of them you'd have to duck your head, especially some younger ones. But like, you walk in, Twink, you're fine. You can just walk up on them.
I have 2 questions.
Yes.
My first question, I would like to check to see if there are signs of things living in this mushroom forest. Like this is something's habitat.
I have
Okay.
questions after him.
Okay. You, Dolus, make an investigation check as you approach. Actually,
Can I make it a survival check?
I was literally about to say, make it a survival check.
Thank you.
Can I ask my question while he's rolling?
Yes.
Yeah.
How is he having to duck if they're 3 times taller than him? There's no
I said
way
he had
these
to-
caps
I
are
said he had to
80% of
duck.
the mushroom.
Under the caps of some of the smaller ones, because not all trees are fully grown in a forest.
Okay, I was
25.
like, no shot that these caps are 75% of the mushrooms.
What'd you
I
roll?
had 25.
25. As you like are coming up on it and you're peeking, and your eyes start to adjust as you can see into the light of the mushroom forest now. You definitely see signs of typical sort of like forest life you'd expect to see. Like there are definitely like bugs and some kind of critters roughly your size or smaller. Like you can see tracks and you're very familiar with hunting game and that sort of their area. So you can definitely tell that there are creatures that are living in this forest. You even see a few small insects, same size you'd expect to see on the surface where you were, like flickering around. A couple little fireflies of some kind flying about.
What about large wildlife like
You see
like
no
predators?
immediate signs of any megafauna.
Okay. And my second question is I would like to keep an eye out and ear out or whatever out for things approaching us or
Okay.
things around us.
Got it.
I'd like to keep a pinky toe out. This isn't a
Do you still have one of those? Oh yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Dolus, do I have a pinky toe? Pinky talon?
pinky talon. I'd like to keep a
talon.
pinky talon out.
Just rips a talon out of his little wrap.
Oh god.
Cryo.
Yeah.
Do I notice a lot of variation between these mushrooms, or is it mostly like the same type of mushroom?
Seems like it's the same kind of all the big ones are like the same kind of mushroom, with just various like slightly different colors and patterns. They're all mostly a white stalk of some kind with a bluish green, like somewhere on that spectrum cap throughout this whole forest. And they all have bioluminescent caps, and it seems like the underside of the cap, have you ever seen the underside of a mushroom, that kind of like a rigid thing? That's all bioluminescent, and the rest is kind of translucent that shines through.
Oh, cool. I have a question.
Yeah.
From the time that I spent chilling with Mara, I know these are giant mushrooms and you wouldn't have had any of these, but do these mushrooms look anything like any sort of material Mara would have had in his big mamba thingy?
I would like you
Oh god.
to make a nature check.
Okay.
To make a deck save.
I'm also really good at those.
I would like you to make your first death saving throw.
That's a 22. Nature is survival, finally.
These do look very similar to a kind of common toadstool he had in shape and general way. Obviously, the ones he had weren't translucent or giant and glowing. But shape-wise, they look like a very one of the common mushrooms he had that he would add to various alchemical things.
So
With 22, you would remember.
Oh.
Pop, pop, pop. He liked the flavor and that they are not toxic.
Oh.
Which he was kind of disappointed that they weren't at least a little toxic. Mushrooms being a little toxic is what makes them,
Toxic.
No, it's what makes you
I know.
trip.
Let's go microdosing! Don't do drugs, kids.
This is macro dosing.
You gotta watch your macros, bro.
The giga dose at this time.
What were you gonna say, Ian?
Oh,
So we're gonna try one.
I mean,
I
do
say
you
go
think?
for it.
I mean, that's what I was thinking.
Just come on, just go for it. Just take a chunk off.
All right, fuck it. Pull the dagger out.
Okay.
stick it in the mushroom.
You stick it in the mushroom. It sinks. It's mushroom texture. It sinks in just fine.
Start cutting away a bit of it.
You know,
Yeah.
mushroom starts screaming.
Oh, stop me! Oh God!
What the fuck?
It hurts! Oh god!
Nope. You just cut out a little chunk of mushroom that falls out in your hand.
Wait, Twink, let me see that. The chunk. I take it and I hold it up and pretend like I'm inspecting it. Like, should be safe.
What were you checking it for?
Don't worry about it.
I'm very worried about it. I'm about to eat it.
What's safe?
What were you checking it for?
I was checking it for
No, I can't trust anything you tell me.
poison.
For poison?
Yes.
How? How are you checking it for poison?
With my eyes, Twink.
How? What on this denotes whether it's poisonous?
I take the chunk and I take a bite out of it.
You take a bite. It tastes really good. It's very flavorful.
And then you start foaming
to
at the
him.
mouth.
No, it's good. It's this really rich kind of umami flavor. It's a smooth texture.
Well,
It's
now
like
we
a
got
perfect-
that. You let me know what that does. I'll observe you while you eat it. I put this in my bag.
You put the rest of the chunk.
Yeah, bag of holding.
It's just a common toadstool.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I'm taking this back with us so we can grow it up there.
Okay. It tastes really good. You should try it.
No,
At least just a little bit.
I'm gonna wait and see what happens to you first.
I just told you nothing would happen. Why
You
don't
couldn't
you
even
trust
tell me why.
Yes, I could.
You didn't?
I did. It's just
You
a
just-
common toadstool.
No, I asked what you were looking for. You couldn't tell me.
Twink, as you're having this conversation with Dolus, you're like, they're still glowing in his mouth. So you're like, he's talking. You start to think he's talking with his mouth full of still more mushroom.
Swallow your food.
Dolus,
I
you have
did.
swallowed your food.
That's disgusting.
What are you talking about?
You still have it in your mouth. Swallow it.
No, I don't. I open my mouth.
He opens
It's
his
empty.
mouth wide, like, his teeth, his gums, his tongue, it's all glowing blue.
Oh no.
What?
I pull the mirror out.
You hold the mirror.
Oh,
You are a target.
I scrub my teeth. Does any of it
Oh,
come
don't
off?
do that. Is it on his fingers now too?
No, he scrubs
Oh,
his
thank
teeth and
God.
he's just like, there's just spit on your finger. He closes his mouth and it's like turning
It's
off the
like-
shutter on a
Yeah.
flashlight.
I
So it
Take
still
my
kind of
mask
glows a
off.
little bit.
There's a little glow in
But,
his,
yeah, right.
but you can't like see him.
put the mask on.
He puts the mask
We need more of this. I start gathering more.
How long are you gonna stay here to gather mushrooms?
Oh, not that long. I'm
Not that one. We're not
Yeah.
harvesting the forest.
yeah.
Give me a time.
I don't know. Like give me literally maybe not even 5 minutes. Like just enough time for me to get some more.
Okay.
I'll help, so it goes faster.
Okay. I'm gonna need one of you to make another stealth check.
Probably better if you do it, Dwayne. My stealth is not good.
14. Mine is also not good, by the way.
I rolled to see what I would have gotten. I would have gotten a 5 total. So, we're still good. Still better than we would have been.
14.
14.
There's that screech again out in the dark, out and above like the mushrooms.
Oh, come on.
I told you it hunted here.
Then you hear a sound of something large just down on mushrooms above you, and they all like tremble and move. You guys can sort of see like some sort of dark creature through the gaps between the mushrooms.
I'll sidle up against a stalk, like under one of the caps.
Dolus immediately just like hugs one of the
sidle,
cats.
I sidle up against one of the caps and I make my whole body look like the same color.
The same like off-white
Yeah.
color.
Yeah, and I disguise self.
He just changes the color of his clothes and his body.
Just
Twig, you
camouflage.
watch him just chameleon up against this mushroom while you're standing there.
What the fuck are you doing?
I don't respond.
Twink.
So is he still next to me?
Yeah.
No, I walked
Okay.
over to a stock and like moved over.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
the closest one would have been the one Twink was cutting into.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
that's fine.
I'm just standing there next to you.
Yeah, but I'm camouflaged.
Twink, does a 19 hit?
No, it's not going to hit because I'll use my arcane thing.
Oh, you're gonna boost your AC.
Yeah, I'm making it not hit.
So you're like, what are you doing? And all of a sudden, this huge clawed like arm reaches down through the mushrooms and tries to swipe at you, and you just arcane deflection. It just off.
Can I see like what is this through especially as it reaches down?
Make a perception check as it reaches down.
Sure. Natural 20.
Natural 20. Let's go.
For a total of 23.
Ooh, there you go. It is fairly hidden against just the darkness above you. Like it clearly has evolved or created or blah blah whatever to blend in
Okay.
to this darkness. It is
also close.
definitely the shape of much smaller than the ones you've seen. Significantly smaller than the ones you've seen. Even smaller than like your house on Twinktania. Like maybe it's like the size of the griffin.
Don't like where
it
this
is
is going.
It is definitely a black dragon.
We found one of Lorelai's siblings.
But Lorelai's the youngest, and this one is
All right.
small, so it's not.
They're the runt of the family.
So, anyways, arcane deflection goes up. I go, oh fuck! I touched Dolus. I cast invisibility at 3rd level on both me and him.
You cast invisibility. Fantastic. You guys both just boom, turn invisible. And
Run! I start taking off.
you guys start taking off. I will say, you guys, you'll have advantage of this because it has to do it through the mushroom caps. I'm going to need you both to make dex saves as it breathes its acid breath at you. It's a great face.
Also,
Kay.
by the way, it wasn't arcane deflection. It was shield because arcane
shield.
deflection doesn't give me enough, but shield does. So I'll have to cast a
You'll-
1st level,
Okay, that's fine.
or not first. Yeah, 1st level shields. Yeah. So. You said dex save.
Yeah, dex save.
Okay, so does a 15 save? If not, then I'll make it a 19.
Make it a 19.
And I make it a 19.
You can make it a 19, and then it does save. Kay, what'd you roll?
I'm gonna use a lucky point
Oh my god.
because I
Yeah,
rolled a 2 and a 3.
you already had it.
Yeah.
All right, 3rd roll.
Okay, it's better. It's 16.
16. 16 is meets beats, so you save.
Oh, let's go.
So you will both take half of this. 1 second.
Oh, man. We've been here for like an hour or two, and I've already used 2 of my 3 lucky points.
You guys are going to take 48 acid damage, halved to 24.
That was the half, and I was like,
And then this thing is gonna shriek at you and take off again up into the darkness above the mushrooms, and it's flying, searching for you. You guys, obviously you're invisible. You'll have advantage, but I need you to both again make stealth checks as you move through this mushroom forest.
God.
Oh, that 20!
Let's go.
It's about fucking time.
Mine's not bad.
Yeah, it's a total of 22.
Okay, what'd you get? Okay.
18.
18. Ooh, all right. One sec.
Maybe they should stop and eat mushrooms again.
You know, it's not a
I'm
bad
hungry.
It doesn't know exactly where you are, because you're both invisible, but it is clearly flying over your guys' general area as you guys are making your way through this mushroom forest.
I will question out loud, quietly, but loud enough that Twink would be able to hear me, assuming we're in general location of
Mhm.
each other. Ring? Question mark?
Haven't you already gone in it once today?
I can always try.
I think we look for somewhere to hide.
Okay.
Another big roar above you as
Oh, fuck.
like maybe like 30 feet away it lands on some more mushroom caps and so like shoves its head down and starts like sniffing around. You guys divert away from it.
Looking for a
Eventually-
place to hide.
Looking for a place to hide. I need what's best for this. Let's go. Yeah, let's just go perception.
Let's go
Religion
Twink.
check.
17.
17. All right. You do manage to find an overhang where like the one mushroom fell and dirt and stuff is sort of piled up, so it's made kind of like a little tunnel. You know in the Lord of the Rings when they hide from the Nazgul? It's like that, where there's
Okay.
just like the tree over them, but it's like
Yeah.
you can hide, yeah.
But
So
it's
you
like a
guys,
burrow. It's like a
yeah, you
burrow.
guys hide in that little burrow sort of space.
Oh, it's over here. Over here.
Okay.
Scramble to the same place. You bump into each other a bunch as you guys get all situation.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Winks.
This thing is like circling around this forest and it lands every now and then, sniffing and swiping. Eventually it gets its acid breath back and starts just spraying it here and there, trying to get you all. And at one point it lands maybe like 50 feet away from you guys. You're still invisible in your little hiding place. And there's a low rumble in its throat. And it said, do either of you understand Draconic?
No.
Does it speak giant by chance?
Or orange.
If it does, it's not speaking it right now.
Is this possibly like a
I
giant-
cast comprehend languages while it's speaking.
There you go. So yeah, you hear this like deep guttural sound, and then it clearly becomes those sort of draconic words you've heard Lorelai and Vala exchange previously.
Are
So
you
you're
guys
"Oh,
Lorelai's
I know what
friends?"
this is. Wait a second.
Wouldn't that drop his invisibility?
No. It's only concentration.
It is not a concentration spell, so it won't drop his invisibility.
That was when you cast a spell, though.
It's when you make an attack, right?
Oh nope, make an attack or cast a spell. It will drop your invisibility.
I would know that. I won't do it then.
Okay. So yeah, it just rumbles away something in Draconic, this deep, and then it makes this really angry roar out into the whole thing. It bares its mouth and its teeth, acid dripping from its jaws out at all of you. Yes.
I want to try and make a mental note to remember exactly what that sounded like.
A language you don't speak.
It's a noise that it makes.
I know.
Not to like recreate
Make-
it like with my mouth. I want to
Yeah.
like a minor illusion it at some point.
That's fair. Make an intelligence check for me.
I
I can't remember.
Okay.
try to like. I can
It's a
remember like try to
5.
like recreate it for Lorelai, and she's like, "What the fuck? My noodle is cooked warm. What is it?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?"
Yeah, it does. It does that big, clearly very angry roar,
What was
Um,
that? I'm just kidding.
and then it breathes acid one more time, and it sprays out, and it stops just like 10 feet short of you guys as it does this big arc of it, and then it smashes one of the mushrooms with its claws, and it shoots off into the air. You guys hid here for a good 25 minutes, like you paced out a lot of your invisibility time hidden in this place as it did circles. Flies off. You hear the sounds of flapping wings grow distant as you guys sit here in your little hidey hole, invisible. The ground steaming just nearby from the acid.
Holy fuck!
Oh my god.
Eventually, the silence
Told you.
again.
I told you it hunted here. I told you.
And then just the bugs return, just like fireflies again, little dragonflies and stuff. Everything kind of just goes back to normal in the space.
Shit. You want to get some more mushrooms?
No. What? You need more.
No. You know, thought I'd ask.
I mean, you could always try some.
I'm still waiting to see what happens with you. Last time you ate it, you summoned a black dragon.
Okay.
Twink, let's just say you got 5 pounds of mushroom.
Yes.
Roughly a pound a minute with Dolus's help.
Do we are we gonna get out? Or should we stay here longer?
We should. Actually, you know what? Let's stay here for about an hour. I'm gonna pull out my spell book and start copying one of my spells into my spell book.
Dolus, you watch as you're both invisible, so you can't see Twink. You hear the sounds of shuffling, and then you see his spell book appear, and then you see a scroll appear, and then just starts writing in his spell, like just invisible pen writing in his spell book.
Dolus, you can't see him, but if you could, you would see him look into the camera like he was on The Office. And
Hey there, everyone. So, this session actually needed to be split into 2 parts, and I promise you will not want to miss the second half. So, until then, we hope you enjoyed the episode,